Hello everybody and welcome back again. I have a quick video I want to do today. And I'm doing it because I did a video on Nick Cannon. And out of Nick Cannon there has blossomed this issue between Professor Griff, which is the guy that he was interviewing that had this dust up about anti-Semitism. And the comments were made by comedian D.L. Hugley. And apparently he gave Professor Griff a dressing down and apparently blamed him for Nick Cannon's misfortunes. So I want to take a look at both Professor Griff and D.L. Hugley, past, present, and future. And then I also want to look at this whole little scenario. Why did this happen? What is this about? Why did DL come after him and feel he needed to give Professor Griff a dressing down? Because it wasn't DL's show. It was Nick Cannon's show. Nick Cannon is a grown-ass man. He don't need some other dude telling him how to handle his business. If he didn't think he could handle what Professor Griff was talking about, he could have chosen to not speak on it. He could have chosen to keep his mouth shut. It wasn't Professor Griff's position to tell Nick Cannon what he could and couldn't talk about. That was Nick Cannon's show, and if Nick Cannon didn't want to talk about it, he could have said so. So, as I said, this is about why did D.L. Hugley feel he needed to come after Professor Griff and dress him down and talk out in public like that about him, instead of picking up the phone and calling Professor Griff and talking to him over the phone or meeting with him or whatever. Why did he have to try to dress him down like that in front of everybody? So I'm going to take a look at both of them, past, present, and future. And then we're going to take a look at why this thing happened. So with no further commentary, we're going to go to the cards and see what they have to say. So we're going to do Professor Griff first. Past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. These cards are a little cumbersome, but I really like the imagery on the cards. Alright, what say you cards? Past, present, and future. D.L. Hugley. D.L. Hugley. Alright, so in D.L. Hugley's past, we had justice. There was some kind of balancing that happened in his past. In his present, we've got the Five of Cups. And in his future, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, now we're going to come back to that. Justice is about balance. Justice is about, and here's the Justice card here. Justice is about balance, settling an agreement, coming to an agreement. It's also about law. There was could possibly have been some issues with the law in his past. And like I said, the Five of Cups is about regret. So right now, in his present, he is having some kind of regrets. I don't know if it's about the situation that I'm discussing today, which is the scenario between him and Professor Griff, or if there are some other things going on with him. I don't follow him. I have watched some of his comedy, and he's pretty good. And he used to have a television show. I occasionally tuned into that, but I don't know what else he has going on right now, but it could be he is having some regrets. Some disappointment, or he may be mourning or sorrowful. Maybe he's having trouble in a relationship of some kind. But that's what's going on with him right now. He's having some regrets right now. Now, in the Eight of Wands here in his future, there is some stuff that's going to be coming quickly. Now, as you see here in this imagery, the house is for sale, the mail is coming, the dog is running, the kids are playing. There is a lot going on here. So there is some information coming quickly. You see the mailman in the card. He's bringing information. The house is for sale. It's showing sold. So there is something coming quickly. Some communication coming quickly to D.L. Hugley. And we'll take a look at that in the spread that I'm going to do for the two of them on this situation. And maybe that'll shed some light on this. Alright, so I'm going to reshuffle these back in and see. And I'll make note of what cards come out here and see if we get any similar cards for Professor Griff. So hold that thought. We're going to have a pause here and reshuffle the cards and see what comes out for Mr. Professor Griff. All right. All right. Tell me about the past, present, and future for Professor Griff. I just had 3 cards come out. The Emperor, that's a powerful man. The Three of Cups, that's honing your skills. And we have the Eight of Blades. This is anxiety. Now, those jumped out, so we're just going to put these here for now. And maybe they can add something to what his cards are going to be. Okay, I think I got these upside down. I do. Alright, tell me about Professor Griff's past, present, and future. These are jumpers. Past, present, and future for Professor Griff. What say you cards about Professor Griff, past, present, and future? Alright, now in his past, we had the Queen of Wands. So there was a powerful female energy, a powerful creativity, powerful desires. We know he's a member of Public Enemy rap group, and he was very creative in that organization. He's very musically inclined. So he had a lot of that going on in the past. A lot of Queen of Wands going on in the past. Creativity going on. Desires going on back in the past. Now, where is he now? Well, he's at an ending. Now, we know that he's 60 years old, but he is ending a stage of his life. This is the Death card. It means that this is something that has been coming. It's an ending that has been coming. It's not a sudden end of anything. It's not a physical death. It's an ending to something. Something he's been dealing with is coming to an end right now in his present. Let's see where he's headed in the future. Maybe that'll shine some light on this present ending situation here. And we have the Eight of Cups here. So we have the Eight of Cups here, and I want to know, we had the, do we have the Eight of Cups for D.L. Hugley? No, we didn't. We have the Eight of Cups here for him. Now, the Eight of Cups is walking away, leaving some stuff behind. You can see here in this card that her back is turned to all of the work, and she is looking out into the water, into a new direction. So he's put a lot of work into something, and this clarifies this Death card here. Something that he has put a lot of work into is now ending. Because here in his future, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is you put a lot of work into something. You've been a part of it for a long time. You see the dishes undone here. You see the ironing board. There's work going on here. And there's a path forward here, out into the open, out into the water. And there's an owl here. So this is not a negative ending. It just means, and plus you have the moon here. So he is walking away from something in his future. that he's put a lot of work into it, and he is saddened by it. Because he's losing all of this he put his work into. And so that would explain to me what this death card is something is ending and he's having to walk away, something he's put a lot of work into. Now that's Professor Griff. So he's been very creative. It may have something to do with the Public Enemy group, may have something to do with his music career. I know he's written some books and things like that. But I'm going to also take a look. See, he had some jumpers that came out. And we had the Emperor. So there's some man with some that is. And this is somebody that is very dominant. This is masculine. This could be government. This could be a large corporation. Has something to do with his situation. And then after that, we had the Three of Coins, which is the Three of Pentacles, which is you've been honing your skills. And we've already said that he was very talented. Had lots of creativity and desires. And here, this was a jumper here. And this is him honing his skills. And this Emperor stepped in here, this powerful man or masculine energy, this corporation stepped in and partnered up with him here. And so we got the Three of Coins. He is honing his skills, trying to get his skills to where people are coming to him and asking him for direction on how to do things. That's what the Three of Pentacles is. Or not the Three of Pentacles. Yes, the Three of Pentacles. This is the Three of Coins. But it's the same card as the Three of Pentacles. And he has people coming to him, asking him to help him draw up some plans for something. So I see a powerful corporation or a powerful man coming in for him, asking him for assistance with something. But here is the Eight of Blades, and that relationship is either going to cause or has caused some anxiety. Some, Lord, I need to get away from this. This is driving me crazy. You can see the lady. She's like, I need to get out of this house. You see the swords hanging over here on the wall. The dog is howling. The baby is crying. So everything is just run amok. And that could be what is going on here and what is ending. This could these three cards here could represent what is ending for him. Is he got involved, and it could be when he was with in the music industry, got involved with some big people or had some dust up with some powerful people, and they came to him and asked him to lay some groundwork, show us some plans on how to do something, and it has caused him anxiety through this Eight of Swords. And that is what the Eight of Swords is. It made him feel like he didn't have a voice. The Eight of Swords is you feel trapped. You feel like nobody is on your side, and that's what's going on. You've been working. You've been trying to help build something here, and here is this Eight of Blades, which is the same thing as the Eight of Swords. You've been blinded. You can't see which way to go. You've been basically shut out from everything. And I'm thinking, now that I'm reading this, that is all ending for him. All of this right here. That's why these cards jumped out, because this is what is ending for him. And he is walking away here with the Eight of Cups. He's got two eights here. He's got the Eight of Blades, which is the Eight of Swords, and he's also got the Eight of Cups here. So he is walking away. He's put a lot of work from right here. He's put a lot of work in this, and it has caused him nothing but heartache and feeling left out, feeling abandoned, no voice, nobody speaking for him, feeling like he's got to always keep his guard up. This is why these cards jumped out. And I'm saying from what the cards is telling me is that is all getting ready to come to an end right here. It's getting ready to come to an end, and he's getting ready to walk away from all of that because his work has been unappreciated. He's been doing the dishes. He's been doing the ironing, and there's a new path opening up for Professor Griff according to these cards. But he is going to have to be careful because the moon is there. There could be some deception, but if he keeps his eye on the prize, the path is clear for him to move forward into something that will be positive for him. So that is his future. So now we're going to move on and find out what this issue is with him and D.L. Hugley. Why did that happen? What was that all about? What was that all about? What was that all about? And I just mixed up my cards here. What was that all about? Why did D.L. Hugley feel it was necessary for him to come out and dress him down? All right, everybody, we're going to finish up this video with D.L. Hugley and Professor Griff. I'm going to figure out or see what the cards can tell me about why this whole thing happened. What is this all about? We already did both their past, present, and future. What say you cards about this situation going on? This situation going on with D.L. Hugley and Professor Griff. What is this all about? All right. Cards, what can you tell us? Why did this happen between D.L. Hugley and Professor Griff? There's that Emperor again. This Emperor jumped out in Professor Griff's, in his past, present, and future. And it jumped out. And I'll go back and show you that in the video. But this Emperor is corporate money. This is dominion. This is control. This is authority. This could be government. This could be law. This could be a very wealthy person, a corporation, a multi-million-dollar, an industry, what have you. That's why this thing happened between Professor Griff and D.L. Hugley. This was about the man, as they say. So I'm going to say it might piss some people off, but the man, as they call it, whoever that might be, put him up to doing that because they felt Professor Griff needed a dressing down, and he was the man that was chosen to do it, or he was the entity chosen to do it. Now, what lesson can be learned from this mess? That it needs to end. We got this card also in Professor Griff's reading, the Death card, which represents endings, completion, something that has been coming for a long time. This little relationship here with this big corporate money, this dominating money, this needs to stop. This is saying this needs to end. What can be learned from this is we need to stop letting this entity, these entities, we need to stop allowing them and coercing or talking you into or persuading you to do this stupid stuff. Now, what positive can be taken from this experience? The Four of Wands, coming together as a family, as a group, as a unit, as a people, coming together and operating together. That is the Four of Wands. Now, what action do they need to take in order to move forward in this situation? The Five of Coins. The action that needs to be taken is somebody gonna have to be left out in the cold, meaning somebody gonna have to be left behind. Is some of us ain't gonna be able to go to the next level, because the question in this position, in the fourth position, is what actions need to be taken in order to move forward. Some of this old crap, this old way of doing things, this old having somebody tell you to go get after somebody, get at somebody, and dress them down or tell them off in the public when you could have called that man on the phone and talked this out with him. And better yet, you could have talked it out with Nick Cannon. It was his show. You didn't have no business dressing that man down. That was Nick Cannon's show. That wasn't Professor Griff's show. Somebody needed to be dressed down. It should have been Nick Cannon, because that was his show. You dressing down a man who been asked to come on his show. So that's like you dressing down somebody for being at somebody else's house about the behavior they were allowed to do at that house. You should have took that to Nick Cannon instead of trying to dress down Professor Griff, but you was told to do that by the powers that be. They told you to do that, and you did what they told you to do. But in this position, it is saying some of y'all gonna have to be left in the cold. Some of that junk gonna have to be left behind, because this is the card to where some are doing well, and you see she's doing well in here, and some on the outside ain't doing so good. Lord have mercy. What will help them to mend this situation? The Nine of Cups. Independence. Independence from what? Independence from this. So, as I said, in this position, what will mend the hearts of these two individuals? What will mend this situation? And we got the Nine of Cups. And you can see here that she's satisfied. You see she's got plenty. She's got plenty to eat. She's living well here in this imagery. So what this means is satisfaction. We are going to have to be satisfied with our own situation. So the reason this happened is because somebody wasn't satisfied with where they were and needed to be bumped up somewhere. So satisfaction with yourself is how this is going to mend. Because this is a card of being satisfied, your wishes being fulfilled, good fortune. So being at a satisfied place is what is going to mend this situation. And I mean satisfied within themselves, counting their own blessings, laughing and being happy about where they are, sharing their good fortune with other people instead of trying to tear other people down. That is how this situation will be mended. Now the last card in the spread is going to be, where do they go from here? The Six of Coins, which is giving and receiving. So they got to give to each other. And I don't mean them personally, but giving to other people as well as receiving from other people, because this is the philanthropy card, which it is sometimes called, but it also consists of giving and receiving. And not just money, but money is included in the Six of Coins. So putting the work in and giving and receiving. That is how this situation where this situation needs to go from here. So with that being said, we know why, the cards just told us why DL did what he did. Right here. This is big money. This is corporate money. This is government. This is law. This is any kind of entity with power. And we know he's an entertainer. So those in the entertainment industry sent him to do this work. And in this position, like I said, what did they need to learn? They needed to learn to stop this. So with that being said, I'm going to end the video there. And again, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. They are my opinion and my interpretation of the cards. So I'm hoping, I know DL and Professor Griff probably won't be watching this video, or Nick Cannon probably won't be watching this video, or the one I did on him. But I hope that somebody send this message on a bird's wing or something and let them know that this has to stop. and that they have got to become satisfied within their own line of work or whatever it is that they're doing, and they have to start giving and receiving to each other to move forward from this. And I'm going to say the industry, the people as a whole, are going to have to start doing this, because when you are not satisfied with yourself, you do stuff like this because you're trying to seek somebody else's approval. You're trying to be validated by somebody by doing what they told you to do, which means you are not satisfied, which is this card right here. It tells you what needs to do to mend the hearts of this situation. So you got to get satisfied, start helping each other, working together instead of working against each other. But anyway, I digress from that. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great and enlightened day, and I'll see you next time.